Hello everyone, and welcome again to another LEGO Bionicle video. For today guys, we are going to be doing a recap on all three Makuta models which were shown to us in the Makuta contest by the LEGO designers John, Corwin, and Nick from LEGO Bionicle. And with that said guys, let's get straight into it. I just want to thank quickly guys the LEGO designers so much for providing us and releasing, of course, the official Makuta model pictures for us, the public, and we need to all appreciate that guys. Thank them so much. So I thank them personally so much individually. John, Corwin, and Nick, you guys are awesome. Thank you again so much for releasing them and for allowing us to build these awesome yet beautiful sets. But with that said guys, here on my left hand side we have the Overlord Makuta, which was built by John. Right dead in the center guys, we have the Shadow Titan Makuta, which is also known as the JTO Makuta or the Journey to One Makuta, or just the Makuta if you really want to call it that. But this guys, right in the middle, was the official Makuta shown in the Journey to One episodes. Of course, as we all know from when the Mask Maker Makuta wears the Mask of Ultimate Power, this is what he turns into. Now, finally, but not least, we have the Brawler Makuta. And this was built by Corwin guys, and you can obviously think of it as a prototype to the Shadow Titan Makuta. So of course guys, as I did mention before, the Brawler Makuta was more like a prototype to the Shadow Titan Makuta, or the official Makuta, where a lot of the actual pieces, the overall look and structure was actually handed over to the Shadow Titan. Now what I mean by that guys is we're looking at the structure, the pieces. As you can see, the color scheme are very similar. Now of course, the main difference is the fact that there is a huge chest piece on the Brawler, while there is just a, I don't know what you kind of call this, kind of like a huge center circular piece for the Shadow Titan with awesome looking armor shells, which obviously go around the actual circular gold piece there, which I really admire and definitely do like. Now not only that, the Shadow Titan also has a lot more perks. Of course, as we all know, it has the awesome mechanism of the actual twin blades, which do come out and which can also retract back, as we all know, which was a great function released by the LEGO designers. And of course the awesome I guess little mechanism there with the staff there, how it can spin with the tri-fire, you know, obviously it spins. I honestly think that's awesome and that's great, but now I can see that the Shadow Titan is wanting to fall. Anyway, sorry about that guys. That's just the biggest problem that I find with the Shadow Titan. Because the set is quite heavy on the top, it causes a lot of stress at the bottom near the knee joint area, and it kind of bends the knees quite a lot and it makes it lean back. And that's personally something I don't like. I don't know if this is fixable, to be honest, but I don't think it can be unless I'm the only one that has this problem. But if I'm the only one that has the problem, then obviously there's something I've done wrong. But it doesn't seem like it, as I did use the pictures and of course other resources from the internet to help me build this actual set. And still guys, overall it is a great set. The overall look of it, the color scheme is awesome and is on point. Now of course with the Brawler Makuta, it has a lot more less pieces, as we all know. It does have twin blades as well. However, the only thing you can really do is just kind of move this actual piece here. That's all you can really do. He has the standard armor shells, the standard armor pieces. He's got the awesome big, broad, large chest piece there, and the tail, which is exactly the same to the Shadow Titan, as we all know. So a similar structure, like I said guys, less pieces, but still a great set overall. So of course guys, looking at the back, you can see there is a huge difference in the actual structure. You can see that there's obviously, you know, added pieces to the Shadow Titan to make him look bulkier, to make him look like he's more equipped in terms of his armor. You can see there he has this awesome tail piece as well in the back, which of course the Brawler does not have. He just has the standard Akira head. It does have the Akira head here on the Shadow Titan, but there's just added features which makes the set stand out a lot more and gives it that nice extra added detail that the set deserves. Now of course, in terms of leg build, it is quite similar. You can see there guys, if If I kind of zoom in there, it's quite a similar leg build, except you can see that there are in trans orange, and the actual tail piece is on the side, while the tail piece here is actually on the back, and the actual angled axle pieces are in black instead of the trans orange found on the Shadow Titan. Now, as well as that, you can look in the back there, guys. As you can see, he doesn't have any broad shoulders. You can see with the almighty Shadow Titan, he has these huge looking, big, bulky shoulder armor pieces coming out, sticking out from each side. You can see the Shadow Trap there, and these big, awesome gunmetal armor shells, and the golden kind of like center chest armor pieces. But I like how they're placed there, guys. It looks great, definitely goes well with the color scheme, and I'm definitely a big fan of that. Now, of course, not only that, guys, there are the most important thing, in all honesty, is the gear function. These are the only two models that actually have the gear function, as we all know. Now, I'm just trying to think if there are any other models that actually do have a gear function from the 2016 Bionicle line. I'm trying to think. I think it's just, no, I don't think it's any creature to me. I think maybe the lava, I can't remember if the lava beast or storm beast or quake beast have it, but I don't recall any of them actually having a actual arm gear function. But anyway, so showing you the actual gear function, I'm actually showing you it one by one. So first I'll show you the actual Brawler Makuta first. So showcasing again, guys, here is the Brawler Makuta function. So there it works very nicely, smooth, of course. It has a limited movement because of the actual armor shells that you can see around there. So it does hinder it, but still a great function to have, of course, for any large Lego Bionicle set. I'm going to place that here now. Now, bringing over the Shadow Titan. The Shadow Titan is just a bit more trickier because he has so many pieces. It just makes it that much harder to actually get the function going, but let's give it a try now. Oh, that is so rigid. Yep, so that's the gear function there, guys. You can only really get a little bit out of it, but still not too bad, of course. He has his staff, which is quite heavy as well. But overall, guys, the gear function in general, the idea of just adding one to these huge sets is great, and I really, really like it. And of course, guys, to point out is, of course, the battle skirt, which is honestly on point. It looks great. I really like the design of it, and just the overall look. It looks awesome. And of course, the awesome, kind of like a mask ribbon, if you want to think of it like that, showcasing Shadow Titan's rewards in a way, defeating, or my kind of theory that he defeated Tahu, the leaders of the Toa, and you can see them there, and Anua there, of course, with the skull mask as well. Now, you may be thinking why. It could also possibly be that because these masks go well with the color scheme, they added them in. But overall, guys, the LEGO designers adding them in to the actual Shadow Titan is great. However, interesting, this was not actually officially placed on the Shadow Titan in the actual Journey to 1 cartoon. Please let me know what do you think of the set. Let me know your ratings, guys. Personally, I would give the set a 8 out of 10. Like I said, the only problem that I have is just that it's just too heavy. It's kind of top heavy. The bottom is not as heavy, of course, but it's quite hard to articulate the actual legs to get them in a good pose, and that's just unfortunate. But still, guys, the overall look, his perks, everything is great, and that's why I'm giving him an 8 out of 10 for the set. Of course, guys, with the Brawler Makuta, the Brawler Makuta was practically a prototype to the Shadow Titan. A great set, guys. It doesn't really have much going on with it, in all honesty. Of course, because of the fact that it only has minimal armor pieces. It's not as heavily armored as the Shadow Titan. A lot of the concepts were passed on from the Brawler to the Shadow Titan. But I have to say, still a great concept. Corwin, thank you so much for creating this. I honestly, I love the set. It's a great set, but it does lack a few details. But overall, great. And for that reason, I will give this set a 7 out of 10. And here he is, guys. Here is the Overlord Mucuna. Now, don't worry, guys. I'm going to compare them with the other two models very soon. But I just want to talk about the set first. Now, of course, as you can see here, by far, I would say this set is the best of the actual Makuta models because of the fact that the whole, just the overall look, the structure, the build, the color scheme, the weapons, it just goes so well together, and especially the wings, guys. That idea that John built this huge beast that can fly, but not only fly, has these huge powerful weapons. He has 3 weapons in all honesty. You can see it there. He has one obviously just on the side there, sheath just in the back, and of course he has this little mini staff there and this large staff on his right arm. Now guys, you can imagine facing off against this beast, and in all honesty, I think the Shadow Titan would even lose against it with just one weapon. On honesty, just with one weapon in his hand, I think he would win. Anything that can fly has an advantage. Of course, disadvantages as well, but that's just my personal opinion. But overall, guys, the only thing that really lacks about this set is the fact that it does not have a gear function. That's the unfortunate thing, and I can understand why it wouldn't really have a gear function, because of the fact that the staff is so huge, and because he has wings in the back, which can obviously hinder a lot of the movement. But I guess not only that, it would be quite hard to implement a actual gear function. Maybe it is possible, maybe it's not, I'm not sure. Let me know, guys, what you think personally. I don't know if it can really work, or any type of gear function could work. It would take a lot of time and planning to even think of even trying to put a gear function, but still, guys, overall, even without a gear function, I have to say it looks great. So there, guys, you can see the Brawler Makuta right next to the Overlord, and in all honesty, the Overlord kind of just catches your eye a lot more. It looks a lot nicer. The color scheme just stands out a lot more than the actual Brawler. By no means is the Brawler bad, guys. It's just a more simpler build, to be honest. There is not much going for the Brawler. The Overlord just honestly overpowers any other of the 2 models, to be honest. But you can imagine, guys, if you actually did watch the Makuta contest video, as soon as John showcased the Overlord, or his actual design of the Overlord, and just showing it to everyone and all the weapons, things like that, you know, you could tell by the actual other 2 designers, Nick and Corwin, they were kind of like, oh, whoa, check out this build. And that's exactly how I reacted to when I actually saw the video as well. I have to say, guys, it is a great set. So now, guys, looking at the 2 main contenders, it is the Shadow Titan against the Overlord. Now, of course, both of them have very different builds, very different color schemes, different look, different internal structural builds, and just different overall feel when you actually just even look at them. Now, of course, with the Shadow Titan, he has great perks. Now, what I mean by great perks, guys, he has the awesome battle skirt, which unfortunately the Overlord does not have at all. You can see that he kind of has this you know, fabric piece there, a nice design, of course, by John, and of course the wings attached to his hips there, and you can see his actual internal structure there is kind of exposed, unfortunately, because the actual wings there. But still, overall, I know that is lacking, but that's the only thing that really lacks from the Overlord, in all honesty. You can see there with the Shadow Titan, there is the battle skirt, guys. It looks great. It was a great design, of course, by the LEGO designers. I personally really like it. And of course, it really defines the Shadow Titan with the actual overall look of him, etc., etc. But that's that. And then, of course, guys, as you can see, one of the most important perks about this actual set is the actual weapons. And you can see there is the staff there, a great staff, I have to say. But in all honesty, whatever catches your eye is literally just on the top half of the actual staff. You can see there, guys, the great mechanism as well, which I really admire and definitely do like about this actual set. Unfortunately, there isn't really much going down below with the actual staff. Now, whoopsies, you can see my middle lamp there again. But anyway, you can see there is the other stuff, guys. As you can see, a great stuff, of course, a great build from John, and the idea of adding stickers and of course fabric there is just great, and I really like that. Now, not only that is the fact that John added in the masks from the Toas, of course a collection for the Overlord. Now, of course, I did something a bit different. I added a chain around the actual staff and placed the different masks from ranking order that the Overlord keeps. So of course you can see Hamoomoo is his top prize, then you have Umrak the Destroyer, then you have Tahu, Uniter of Fire, the leader of the Toas, and then of course Kopaka, the Uniter of Ice, which of course was known as the second leader of the Toas, and then you can see there is just a golden skull mask there. Now that's one of the best things I really like about it, is because the whole staff catches your eye. Unfortunately with the Shadow Titan, it's just the top half. Now another thing that really does lack is the fact that we have a similar weapon with the Overlord, which kind of does suck, but still it is a great weapon to have. I don't know if it's meant to be like a little mini spear or kind of a weapon to capture the masks of the toes or something like that. You can see it kind of has like these pincers there, which is really great, and I really like them. Hopefully you can just see them there, guys, just there. But definitely great to have, of course, but nothing like the Shadow Titan. The Shadow Titan has twin blades, a completely different weapon, of course, to the staff. And look at that, he's gonna fall again, I think. Yeah, he's gonna fall. Oh, that's not good. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, as mentioned, of course, the twin blades, a great secondary weapon to have. Very different to his first weapon, which is the staff. Just creative, and I honestly do really like that, of course, about the Shadow Titan Makuta. Now, in terms of the build, guys, I would have to say the Shadow Titan Makuta is the hardest set to build. Now, I say that because there are so many ball joint pieces and ball socket pieces that you need to attach on with the actual ball piece, and it's just really annoying. For example, the battle skirt, you had to fix it up, adjust it. There were ball joint pieces everywhere that you need to fix and add on. Just the lower region of his body was just annoying. Not only that, you got to fix the upper half. You can see already that this piece here is kind of just moving out. Now, what I mean is that just that piece right there that I'm pointing at, that black armor shell, you can see how it's kind of sticking out. Now, that's because there are actually pieces that are stopping it from kind of, I don't know, it's just not really fixed in place because of certain pieces. But anyway, that's all I wanted to mention about that. And in terms of the Overlord, not too bad. The build wasn't too hard. I guess internally it was a bit difficult to kind of figure out, but overall it wasn't too bad. In terms of the leg build was quite challenging, I'll have to say. It was the hardest leg build I've had to actually do out of all three Makuta models. But still, a great build, all three of them great builds, and I really enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, overall with the Overlord Makuta, I would have to say, as mentioned, it is my favorite of the three models. The color scheme, the look, the build, just the overall set is just great. By far my favorite, guys. By no means, as mentioned, that I'm degrading the other two models. They are great sets as well. I just picked my favorite. I'm sure you guys have your favorites as well. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite is, guys. I would really like to know. And of course, share your opinions with me on the comments below, guys. Let me know what you think, what you enjoy, what you haven't enjoyed about the sets. I would really like to know your personal opinions. But overall, guys, for the set, I would give it a 9.5. Now, the reason why I'm not adding in the 10 is because of this part, or this kind of specific section of the body. I don't really like the skirt, and of course you can see that his internal structure kind of does get exposed and it doesn't look nice. I really admire and love, of course, the sorry guys, my camera kind of just cut off there, but as mentioned, the battle skirt is something I really admire there. You can see the pattern, the overall look by John when he actually created it. It looks great, I really like it, but it kind of just does lack just that bit more armor that it does need. But overall, still a great set, and I'm very happy with it overall. So the last thing to show you guys are the actual different colored masks of ultimate power on each of the sets. So of course I already have shown you gold with the Overlord. Here you can see it in black, and I have to say I'm not really a big fan of it. Now of course this is in the high def acrylic, and this is originally for the Shadow Titan. And yeah, it doesn't really look good on the Overlord, to be honest. That's my personal opinion though. Let me know, guys, what you think. And here of course you can see the Shadow Titan Makuta with the golden mask of ultimate power. Now this is originally worn by the Overlord, and you can see, guys, it looks great. I have to say the color does go well with the overall look, but personally I prefer the high def acrylate in the black on the Shadow Titan Makuta because it makes him look more shadowy, more dark, more evil, because the name is Shadow Titan. So of course with the shadow it is black, and it suits it a lot more than gold, to be honest. But let me know, guys, in the comments, what do you think about it? And lastly, guys, looking at the Brawler Makuta with the black mask of ultimate power, originally worn by the Shadow Titan Makuta. You can see there, guys, it looks great. Very similar to the Shadow Titan in terms of its color scheme, kind of its look as well, and it just goes well. The black goes really well with, of course, the overall look of the Brawler, and I definitely do like it as well. It doesn't really make a difference between black or gold, to be honest. Either way, you can really choose. It's really up to you. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think. So there you have it, guys. That is my overall recap on all 3 Makuta models. I really all hope you have enjoyed this. Please let me know, as mentioned, guys, in the comments below, which of these models are your favorite. Do you dislike anything about these sets? What can be improved? What can't be improved? What can we fix? What can be adjusted? Things like that, guys. Let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to know your opinions, and of course I will reply to them as fast as I can, of course, so then we can possibly even be getting a discussion going. So that will be great. So hit those comments below, guys, and of course, as mentioned, the Overlord Makuta is my favorite. I would also like to know what your favorite is. Please let me know. Anyway, guys, I just want to let you all know that of course there are many more other reviews to come, and many more builds to come, of course, as well. And yeah, that is pretty much it. With that said, guys, please do subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos to come. Please share my videos around, and my channel, of course. Give this video a big thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Sorry about the light, guys. I know it's quite dark. But anyway, have a great day, guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I will be talking to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.